The Philippine gross domestic product grew at 6.8% in 2016, among Asia's best performing economies, the country's top economist said on Thursday. In a press conference, Socioeconomic Planning Secretary Ernesto Pernia attributed the growth on higher investment and consumption.
We are likely either the third or the fourth fastest growing major Asian emerging economy in the fourth quarter after China's 6.8% and Vietnam's 6.7%. For the full year 2016, we could be the second fastest, with China growing at 6.7% and Vietnam at 6.2% for the whole of 2016.
The fourth quarter growth was lower than the 7.0% expansion in the third quarter of 2016, but higher than 6.3% growth recorded during the fourth quarter of 2015.
Let me note that the last quarter growth of an election year is usually slower than the first half due to the transition of government and as investors adapt to a wait-and-see attitude.
The new administration of President Rodrigo Duterte took over on the 30th of June last year, following his victory in the May elections. Pernia said the full-year gross domestic product growth last year was along the high end of the government's target of 6.0 to 7.0% growth rate for the 2016.
This also brings the 7-year moving average of real GDP growth rate to 6.3%, the highest since 1978.
Among the major economic sectors during the fourth quarter of 2016, industry had the fastest growth at 7.6%, higher than the previous year's 6.5% growth. Services decelerated by 7.4% compared with the 7.8% growth in the fourth quarter of 2015. Contrary to earlier bullish outlook of the Agricultural Secretary Emmanuel Piñol, agriculture declined further by 1.1%. In the same period of the previous year, it dropped by 0.2%.
Agricultural growth was a letdown as it returned to negative territory, reeling from the effects of typhoons Karen and Lawin during the fourth quarter of 2016.
Given the 2016 growth, the NEDA chief expressed belief that the target 6.5% to 7.5% for 2017 is highly likely.
This would mean that over the next 6 years, the economy will expand by about 50% in real terms, and per capita income will rise by 40%. This would bring us This would bring us to the upper middle income category by 2022.
He also hoped to reduce the poverty incidence to 14% by 2022, thereby lifting 6 million Filipinos out of poverty. But Pernia, however, warned risks which could dampen the government's optimism, such as extreme weather disturbances like that of the El Nino, which he considered as the biggest roadblock. He also cited as downside risk the possibility of policy shifts in the United States, greater volatility in capital flows, and geopolitical risks. He admitted that the U.S. protectionism under the America First policy of its new President Donald Trump could affect the Philippine exports in the service sector, like the business process outsourcing.
From this day forward, it's going to be only America first. America first.